Hey, how you doing today?
Doing good. What's your name, man?
Kyrie from California.
What's going on, man?
I knew you were going to pick me when I was doing something. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm like, oh, God. Okay. Well, my question, I know the people that's Trump supporters are not listening to the show, but this reminds me of kids. Finally getting the chance that the parents are out, and they get to have all the power in the whole world, but what are they going to do with this power? That's my question. Is you're celebrating all this freedom, but what are you going to do? Okay, so you're going to what? Make everybody feel bad, everybody feel inferior. Then what are you going to do with the power? You complain so much about welfare, black people being so lazy and not wanting to work, but if you make us feel so inferior, welfare will go up because we don't have any more jobs. If and then they say, and then what about people with so we're going to segregate people.
Yep.
Okay, so what we're going to do with those lands that you purified with all white people? I'm sorry, but living in suburban areas, that's very boring. You know, no culture. You know, then you're going to be segregated with Irish people.
Wait, I said yeah, I didn't realize
people.
what you said. I mean, I'm gonna say I totally zoned out and said yeah, and realized what you said after the fact. But go ahead.
Gotcha.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
I don't want to. For me, okay. I spent a lot of time in Missouri, and I live in California. I see the difference between people, how they talk. That's been culture. That's been around cultures, etc. And I'm just listening to this ignorancy, and I'm a social worker, and I hear this ignorancy of this power. It's like, what are you going to do with this? Yeah. You have all the power in the whole world. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, Trump is okay. Trump
you know what's
is.
crazy? You know what's crazy is the fact that the mere presence of Trump, now they figure America's great again already. Like literally people are saying America is great again. And he hasn't done anything, right? So for them, it's 100% not about actually doing something. It's 100% about their identity being represented the way they want to represent it. Like they're seriously tired. They're tired of not being able to just go around and say, hey, nigger, you know, they're seriously tired of having to think twice about that or to be called on the carpet about that. And they're tired of not being able to tell women to know their place. Right. They're tired of not being able to just harass women. And, you know, it used to be a time like Donald Trump. What he said was true. It used to be a time you just go around and grab them by the pussy. Right. And they are totally tired of where America has evolved into being a politically correct society, which there's nothing wrong with political correctness until it runs amok. Right. When you go too far with it, then you get this super viral version of bigotry that political correctness cannot fix and identity politics cannot fix. And that's how we ended up getting Donald Trump, because, you know, he was completely inoculated against any type of response. So, I mean, they don't want to do anything. They just don't want America to be in the hands of people who think differently than they do. Or anyone be in the hands of anyone they have to compete with. Listen, I tell you, look at 4chan. Just be straight up. I've been on 4chan and I go there pretty regularly just because I'm an asshole. And I go over there and mess with them because they come over here and mess with me on my show from time to time. But if you go in there and you read the conversations and the language and the wording and the phrasing, you'll recognize that Richard Spencer is just a 4chan troll with a dapper suit on, right? He's a 4chan troll, and it's the dredges of society who really sit around. If you go on 4chan, you'll see that there is a ongoing argument about how society would be better if women were forced to have sex with betas. versus alphas, like Chads. Like Chad is the alpha. Chad is the superior, muscular, confident guy. They hate the Chads. And the betas, they're the betas who can't get can't have sex with women unless they dream of a society where women are forced to have sex with them. These are the same people. There's some overlap. I'm sure there's some guys who are not part of both groups, but there's a huge overlap, and Richard Spencer represents that demographic. When you think about people like that, should they have a space on the internet where they can be free? Sure. Should they be able to come and have a conference that they pay for? Okay, fuck it. It's America. Sure. Should they be able to be in the public light without having the condemnation and the scorn of the general society? Absolutely not. Shit, I can't say Black Lives Matter without having people come at me. So sure as hell, we're going to come for them.